Hello, everyone, and welcome to Practice English TV. I'm Mark, and we're really happy you're here with us today.
Hi, everyone. I'm Emma. Thanks for joining us wherever you're listening from.
Today's episode is about something a lot of people truly enjoy and connect with every day: coffee and the peaceful feeling that comes with it.
Yeah, especially those quiet moments when you're holding a warm cup of coffee, listening to soft music, sitting in a cozy cafe, or simply slowing down for a little while.
We'll talk about real, everyday situations, relaxing cafe moments, and natural conversations people have while drinking coffee, taking breaks, or enjoying calm mornings and weekends.
And if you've ever spent hours in a coffee shop, brought your laptop but ended up just thinking about life, or relaxed with coffee while watching the rain outside, you're definitely not alone.
And if you enjoy learning English with us, don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with another English learner.
Thank you so much for being here and learning with us today. Let's begin and talk about why do we love coffee so much together.
So today we're talking about coffee, and honestly, I think coffee is more than just a drink for a lot of people.
Yeah, I agree. Sometimes it feels connected to little moments in life more than the taste itself.
Exactly, like waking up early in the morning and making a cup of coffee before the day starts.
That quiet feeling is so nice, especially when the house is still calm and nobody is talking yet.
I know what you mean. I like sitting near the window with my coffee for a few minutes before checking my phone or starting work.
That sounds really peaceful.
It is. Sometimes those 10 quiet minutes become my favorite part of the day.
I think a lot of people feel that way. Coffee becomes part of a routine, and the routine itself feels comforting.
And cafes can feel comforting too.
Yeah, the music is usually soft, people are talking quietly, and everything feels slower somehow.
I think that's one reason people love cafes so much. It's not only about caffeine, it's also about atmosphere.
Here's something I noticed about myself. When I'm stressed or tired, I sometimes go to a cafe just to sit for a while.
Even if you don't really need coffee?
Yeah, sometimes I order a drink, open my laptop, and just enjoy being there.
That makes sense. Cafes can feel like a quiet space away from everything else.
Exactly. Not too loud, not too quiet.
Here's a small situation that probably happens to a lot of people. You go into a cafe planning to stay for 20 minutes.
And then suddenly it's been 2 hours.
Yes, you drink your coffee slowly, maybe read something, and completely lose track of time.
That happens to me on weekends, especially rainy mornings.
Rainy weather and coffee feel perfect together somehow.
Yeah, there's something cozy about it.
I also think coffee is connected to people and memories.
Oh, I know exactly what you mean. Some conversations just feel better with coffee on the table.
Yeah, it makes things feel more relaxed and natural.
I remember during college, my friends and I spent so much time in coffee shops.
Studying?
Well, sometimes studying.
Mostly talking?
Yeah, mostly talking, honestly, but those are really good memories now.
That's the interesting thing about coffee. It quietly becomes part of everyday life.
And even small moments can feel special because of it.
You know what's interesting? Almost everyone has some kind of personal coffee habit.
Yeah, and those habits can feel surprisingly important.
For me, coffee and mornings are connected. I honestly don't like starting my day too fast.
Same here. I need a slow start whenever possible.
So every morning, I make coffee first, before emails, before messages, before anything else.
That sounds really nice.
It became a small ritual without me even noticing. I grind the coffee beans, boil water, and just enjoy the quiet for a few minutes.
I think little routines like that help people feel calm.
Yeah, some mornings are stressful, but somehow coffee makes things feel more manageable.
I had a similar feeling during a really busy time at work last year.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, every afternoon I would leave my desk for 10 minutes and walk to a small cafe near my office.
Just to take a break?
Exactly. I didn't even always need the coffee.
Sometimes I just needed a quiet moment away from my computer.
I completely understand that.
The cafe was really simple: soft music, warm lights, and people quietly working or reading.
That kind of place feels comforting immediately.
It really did. I would sit near the window with an iced coffee and just breathe for a few minutes.
Honestly, those little breaks can change your whole day.
Yeah, even 10 peaceful minutes can help a lot.
Here's a small situation that happens to me sometimes. I go into a cafe planning to work seriously.
And then?
Then I spend half the time looking out the window and thinking about life,
That feels very real, actually.
especially when it's cloudy outside or when slow music is playing.
I think that's why many people like working in cafes instead of staying home.
Exactly. A cafe gives you energy without feeling stressful.
Here's another little situation. Imagine it's Sunday morning and you have no plans.
That already sounds good.
You wake up slowly, put on comfortable clothes, and walk to your favorite cafe nearby.
You order your usual drink because the staff already knows what you like.
I love that feeling. It feels familiar and comfortable.
Then you sit down with your coffee and maybe read a book for a while.
Or maybe you just sit quietly and watch people walking outside.
Honestly, moments like that feel very peaceful.
Yeah, simple but meaningful.
I also think coffee is connected to conversations.
That's true. People meet for coffee all the time.
Friends, coworkers, couples, coffee shops become places where people connect.
And somehow conversations feel more relaxed there.
I remember meeting an old friend after a long time at a cafe once.
Was it one of those long conversations?
Very long. We planned to stay for maybe 30 minutes.
That never happens.
Exactly. 3 hours later, we were still talking and drinking coffee.
Those are usually the best conversations.
Yeah. And now, whenever I visit that cafe again, I remember that day.
That might be one reason people love coffee so much. It's not only about the drink itself.
Let's slow things down a little and look at some common words and expressions people often use when talking about coffee and cafes.
Yeah, these are simple words, but you hear them all the time in everyday conversations.
Let's start with one very common phrase, grab a coffee.
That simply means to go buy coffee, usually in a casual and relaxed way.
For example, you can say, I'm going to grab a coffee before work.
Or, do you want to grab a coffee this weekend?
That second one is also a very common invitation.
Yeah, people often meet friends for coffee instead of a big meal because it feels simple and comfortable.
Another useful word is cozy.
A cozy place feels warm, comfortable, and relaxing.
You might say, this cafe feels really cozy.
Or, I love cozy coffee shops on rainy days.
Now let's talk about routines.
A routine is something you do regularly, often in the same way.
For example, making coffee every morning is part of my routine.
A lot of people have coffee routines without even thinking about it.
Here's a small situation. You wake up early and feel very tired.
So you say, I need coffee.
That's probably one of the most common sentences in the world.
Honestly, yes.
Another phrase people use a lot is hang out.
To hang out means to spend relaxed time somewhere.
For example, I like hanging out in cafes on weekends.
Or, my friends and I usually hang out at a coffee shop after class.
Another word people often use is atmosphere.
The atmosphere is the feeling or mood of a place.
You can say, I love the atmosphere in this cafe.
Maybe the lights are warm, the music is soft, and people are talking quietly.
That creates a relaxing atmosphere.
Here's another small situation. You enter a cafe, sit down, and immediately feel calm.
You might say, I really like the atmosphere here.
Simple sentence, but very natural.
Now let's talk about take a break.
This means to stop working or studying for a short time and relax.
For example, I usually take a coffee break in the afternoon.
Or, let's take a short break and get coffee.
Coffee and breaks are connected for many people.
Definitely. Sometimes the coffee itself is less important than the moment of rest.
Another common phrase is wake up.
Of course, people often drink coffee to wake up in the morning.
You might hear someone say, "Coffee helps me wake up."
Or, I can't fully wake up without coffee.
That sounds very natural.
The nice thing about all these words and phrases is that they connect to real life and real feelings.
Exactly. They're simple expressions, but people use them naturally every day.
And once you start hearing them more often, they begin to feel very familiar.
So next time you visit a cafe or drink coffee at home, try to think about some of these phrases in English.
Yeah, because learning English becomes easier when it connects to your real daily life.
I was thinking about this the other day. Coffee conversations usually feel different from other conversations.
Yeah, they feel slower somehow, more relaxed and comfortable.
Exactly. Like right now, imagine we're sitting in a quiet cafe on a weekend morning.
The cafe isn't too crowded, soft music is playing in the background, and people are speaking quietly.
And there's that fresh coffee smell in the air.
That smell alone already makes me feel calm.
So what kind of coffee do you usually order?
Honestly, it depends on my mood. Sometimes I want a hot latte, especially in the morning.
That sounds nice.
But on warm days, I usually get iced coffee.
Iced coffee feels perfect in the afternoon somehow.
Yeah, especially when you're sitting near a window and just taking a break from everything.
I like cafes where people don't rush you.
Oh, definitely. Some cafes feel very calm, like you can stay there for hours.
Here's a small situation. Imagine you go into a cafe with your laptop because you want to work a little.
Okay.
You order coffee, sit down, open your laptop, and then spend the next 20 minutes just looking outside.
Honestly, that happens more often than real work sometimes.
Yeah, but somehow it still feels productive in a strange way.
I think cafes help people slow down mentally.
That's true. Life feels very fast sometimes, and coffee breaks create little quiet moments.
Do you usually go to cafes alone or with friends?
Both, actually, but going alone feels very peaceful sometimes.
I agree. Some people think being alone in a cafe feels lonely, but I don't think so.
Me neither. Sometimes it's actually the best feeling.
Yeah, you can think clearly, relax, or just enjoy your own space for a while.
I like bringing a book with me occasionally.
Oh, that sounds cozy.
It is. Coffee, a quiet table, soft music, and a good book. That combination feels perfect to me.
I usually bring headphones and listen to calm music.
What kind of music?
Mostly acoustic music or piano music, nothing too loud.
That fits cafe mornings really well.
Yeah, loud music kind of breaks the mood.
Here's another small situation. It's raining outside, and you decide to stop at a cafe before going home.
That already feels like a movie scene.
A little bit, yeah.
You order a hot coffee because the weather feels cold.
Then you sit near the window and watch people walking outside with umbrellas.
Honestly, moments like that feel really peaceful.
I think many people love coffee because it becomes connected to those little moments.
Not big, exciting moments, just simple, everyday life.
Exactly. Quiet mornings, slow afternoons, relaxing weekends.
Coffee somehow fits naturally into all of them.
Same here. I didn't understand why adults liked coffee so much at first.
And then slowly, somehow, you start enjoying it more.
Exactly. At first, maybe you like sweet coffee drinks, and later you begin enjoying the coffee itself.
I think part of it is emotional, too.
What do you mean?
Coffee becomes connected to comfort and familiar routines, so eventually, even the taste feels comforting.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
Like when you wake up and smell coffee at home, your brain immediately feels relaxed.
Yeah, it feels familiar and safe somehow.
I also love cafes early in the morning before they become busy.
Oh, that's the best time.
The lights are softer, people speak quietly, and the whole place feels calm.
Coffee shops really become part of people's lives in small ways.
And maybe that's why so many people love coffee so much. It's not only about drinking something.
It's about the feeling that comes with it.
The calm feeling, the comfort, the little pause during a busy day.
Honestly, talking about this makes me want coffee right now.
Same here. A warm latte sounds really good at the moment.
Let's go over some useful phrases people naturally use when talking about coffee, cafes, and relaxing moments.
Yeah, these are simple expressions you can actually use in real life.
A very common phrase is, "I could really use a coffee right now."
People usually say this when they feel tired, stressed, or just want a break.
For example, "It's been a long day. I could really use a coffee right now."
Another very natural phrase is, let's grab coffee sometime.
That's a common way to invite someone to meet and talk casually.
It sounds friendly and relaxed.
Here's a small situation. You haven't seen your friend in a long time.
So you send a message saying, hey, we should grab coffee sometime.
Very natural. People say this all the time.
Another phrase people often use is, this place has a nice vibe.
Vibe means the feeling or atmosphere of a place.
For example, I like this cafe. It has a really calm vibe.
Or, this coffee shop feels cozy.
That word cozy appears a lot when people talk about cafes.
Yeah, because many people want cafes to feel warm, quiet, and comfortable.
Another useful phrase is, I'm just relaxing.
Simple and very common.
Imagine someone asks, what are you doing?
You can answer, I'm at a cafe just relaxing with coffee.
That sounds peaceful already.
Here's another expression, take my time.
This means not rushing.
For example, I like taking my time when I drink coffee on weekends.
That's actually something I really enjoy too.
Same. During busy weekdays, everything feels fast.
But on weekends, coffee becomes slower somehow.
Another phrase people use is clear my head.
That means taking time to think calmly or relax mentally.
For example, sometimes I go to a cafe to clear my head.
That sentence feels very natural and honest.
Here's a small situation. You've had a stressful day at work or school.
So, before going home, you stop at a cafe for 30 minutes.
You drink coffee slowly and try to clear your head.
Honestly, even short moments like that can help a lot.
Another useful phrase is, I'm not really a morning person.
That's a very common sentence.
People say this when mornings feel difficult for them.
For example, I'm not really a morning person, so coffee helps me wake up.
Another expression people use is my usual.
Usual means the thing you normally order.
For example, I always order my usual.
Maybe your usual is an iced latte or a hot cappuccino.
Another phrase I hear often is, I needed this.
People usually say that after finally sitting down and relaxing.
Very simple, but it expresses a real feeling.
That's the nice thing about everyday English. Small phrases can feel very meaningful.
Especially when they connect to real moments in life.
So, next time you drink coffee or visit a cafe, try noticing how people around you speak.
You'll probably hear many of these phrases naturally in real conversations. Before we finish today, let's talk about a few simple ways to make English practice feel more natural and relaxing.
Yeah, because learning English doesn't always have to feel serious or stressful.
Sometimes the best practice happens during small, everyday moments.
Like drinking coffee, sitting quietly, listening to music, or spending time in a cafe.
One helpful thing you can do is connect English to your normal routines.
For example, the next time you make coffee, try thinking in English for a few minutes.
You can say simple things in your mind, like, I'm making coffee, or this smells really good.
Or maybe, I want to relax today, or I love slow mornings.
These small sentences are great practice because they connect directly to real feelings and daily life.
And when English feels personal, it becomes easier to remember.
Another good habit is listening to calm English conversations while you relax.
You can listen while drinking coffee, walking outside, cleaning your room, or taking a break.
The goal is to make English feel like part of your normal life instead of only part of studying.
Here's a small situation. Imagine you're sitting alone in a cafe on a quiet afternoon.
You have your favorite drink, soft music is playing, and you feel relaxed.
Instead of looking at your phone immediately, you take a moment to observe things around you in English.
Maybe you think, the cafe feels peaceful today, or that drink looks really good.
Those tiny moments help more than people realize.
Another helpful tip is not worrying too much about perfect grammar all the time.
Exactly. Natural communication is more important than perfect sentences.
Even native speakers pause or make small mistakes sometimes.
And relaxed conversations are usually simple anyway.
Here's another small situation. You meet a friend for coffee after a busy week.
You just talk naturally about life, work, feelings, or weekend plans.
That's the kind of English that becomes useful in real life.
Simple, warm, and natural.
Now we have a few questions for you.
Do you like coffee?
And what kind of place do you enjoy drinking it?
Maybe at home in the morning, maybe in a quiet cafe, or maybe while studying or working.
Do you have a favorite coffee drink or a favorite cafe memory?
And what does coffee make you feel? Relaxed, focused, peaceful, comfortable?
And if you'd like, you can write your answers in English in the comments.
That's a great way to practice and connect with other learners.
Even short answers are wonderful practice. Thank you so much for spending this quiet coffee conversation with us today.
We hope this episode helped you relax and practice English naturally.
Take care, enjoy your coffee, and we'll see you again in the next episode.